Hello everybody and welcome back to your piano lesson. Today it's time to go back to John Thompson's Easiest Piano Course Part 1. In this tutorial you are getting simple step-by-step guide, a practical framework to learn how to play every single piece of this book and also to overcome the fear of reading a music sheet. Before proceeding with the practical part of the lesson, I want to thank every single subscriber that has joined my channel thanks to this project. At the beginning, when I started publishing tutorials about the John Thompson's Easiest Piano Course Part 1, 2 and 3, I couldn't even imagine how successful and helpful it would be for many students. But now let's dive into the lesson. To solve the problem of reading and playing all the pieces of this John Thompson's Easiest Piano Course Part 1, there are 4 questions for you, and obviously 4 answers. The questions are: which one is the hand that I need, right or left? Which one is the clef associated to this hand, or to this stave? And we will understand. Which one is the finger that I need to play? First, second, third, fourth, or fifth. And which one is the note? This is the order. Again, which one is the hand? Which one is the clef? Which one is the finger? Which one is the note? And now we understand all I've just mentioned in practice. Today we go straight to where we have already more elements, maybe all the elements, let's say, yeah? Okay, I can, for example, go to this piece, Nobody Knows the Trouble I Have Seen, page 35. Here we have all the elements that have been explained in this book. Now, how do we have to proceed? As I said, you have to ask yourself, which one is the hand playing? Here we have both hands playing, but which one is the one that is playing first? So you should know at this point that the notes are written on something we call staves. The stave is this block of 5 lines. We have one for the right, the top stave for the right, and the bottom one is for the left. Now, you should know that in the top stave, as you have learned in the very first piece, that you play the notes when they are close to the top stave, or in, for example, in the top stave. See, for example, in Maria the Little Lamb, you have this note, the first one of the piece, that is a E, that is exactly on the first line of the stave. So you have learned that when the notes are either very close to the top stave or in the stave, either on line or in spaces, they are for the stave that we are taking in consideration. Now, in the top stave is for the right, the bottom one is for the left. As you can see, the very first note is given to the right. The second note is given to the left. Your question is, which one is the hand playing first? The very first hand is the right. Obviously, you should anyways also know, as you have understood at the start of this book, that your hand in this book is placed in this way. Both thumbs on the middle C. Second finger of the right on D, second on B. Third of the right on E, third of the left on A, fourth of the right on F, fourth of the left on G, fifth of the right on G, and fifth of the left on F. You learn in this book just how to play 9 keys. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Now, you know that the top stave is for the right. You start with the right. The second note is given to the left. So, question 1 helps you understanding that you start with the right, the left follows, and you carry on with the left up to the point, up to the last note of the left. That is the first note of the second bar. Then the second note of the second bar is given to the right, and so on. And you learn step by step how to follow. This is question 1. Which one is the hand that I need to use? Question 2 was, okay, but which one is the clef that is related to the hand that I am going to use? Also, at the very beginning, you have learned that in the top stave we have what we call treble clef. In the bottom stave we have what we call bass clef. And in this book, from beginning up to end, they are always placed in this way. We can go through all of them, starting from the very last one. Top stave treble clef, bottom stave bass clef. Second last piece, top stave treble clef, bottom stave bass clef. And trust me, you can check all of them. You will always notice that the top stave starts with treble clef, that the bottom one starts with bass clef. All of them, from the very beginning. It never changed. And the second question has been sorted. Question 3. Which one is the finger that I need? We read on top of the first note number 3. It means that we have to use the finger number 3 of the right. 1, 2 and 3. 1, 2 and 3. This is the finger. And obviously this is the key. And what about the first left hand note? We read underneath number 4. What does it mean? We count, we place again the thumbs on the middle C. We do 1, 2, 3, 4. It means that the note is this one. So the keys and fingers are. And that's all. Obviously then you keep reading and step by step you learn. You can write even the numbers. Because you learn step by step, and I explain in the single tutorials how to follow the notes. When the notes go up, they are going towards the right. When the notes go down on the stave, they are going towards the left. And the very last question, and this is one of associating the number of the finger to the name of the note. Note key played with finger number 3 in the right hand was C, D, E. So you have the E at the beginning, and the note played with finger number 4 was C. Now you go backwards on the alphabet. From C you go down, B, A, but now we have to go here, is G, because the notes are 7, A, B, C, D, E, F and G, and you start again, A and so on. So below the A we have G in the musical alphabet. And that's all. The way it sounds, but you can obviously listen to the whole one and check what I do and how I play it in the single tutorial related to this page 35. Nobody knows the trouble I've seen. I really hope you appreciated this tutorial, that you have understood now the meaning of these questions and why I give so much importance to the understanding of which one is the hand and of which one is the finger. So question 1 and question 3, not omitting the importance of learning the clefs and the notes, obviously. If you have any question, feel free to comment. If you have appreciated the content of this tutorial and of my channel in general, don't forget to subscribe, to like, to share. If you also have friends that are studying piano and you found my tutorials and my channel helpful, it would be appreciated if you keep spreading the voice and let them know about my channel. And stay tuned, because the best is yet to come.